Hey guys, surprise, it's Mo, finally again. First of all, I want to thank everyone and all the comments and all the inboxes and all the support that I have been getting since I made my last video in regards to finding out that my husband cheated on me. I appreciate each and every one of you for really caring for me and expressing how you're there for me if I need you, if I need your support and everything like that. And I just want to just give you guys that's just so wonderful. I didn't expect such a response about it, and I just really want to say I truly, truly appreciate you guys. I'm going to give you an update of what's been going on. In fact, I was just inspired by my best friend's videos that I just recently watched today. I didn't know she had posted, but she's been doing vlogging like every day or every so often and everything like that. And I was thinking that I would do two types of vlogging. I'll do vlogging of, everyday things, just talking about whatever, randomness and everything like that. But I also want to do a separate vlog of my journey into what I've decided to do since my husband cheated on me. You guys gave me put more thoughts in my head and more consideration of what my decision is and everything like that, and you made me look at two sides of the issue, and I really appreciate that. It really did help me make my decision of what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to share that with you yet, what I'm going to do yet. But I just want to, this is just a video just to show my appreciation to so many people at special inboxes, personal stories that people shared with me and everything like that. And I love that, the way we share our experiences, because what you tell one person can help another person, or maybe somebody may be going through something and feel they're not going through as bad as another. Maybe they can handle the situation better, or maybe the situation isn't for them. But since the last video, things have not gotten better. In fact, my husband, I believe he feels angry with me that I caught him or something. I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing. We have no communication at all. We barely say hello, goodbye. It's basically we are roommates. We are living together. We may have a contract that brings us together, but physically we are very, very, very apart. And I feel that, this isn't a good environment for my children to grow up in, to think that this is a normal marriage, this is the normal way that a marriage is supposed to be, because it totally is not. A marriage to me is lots and lots of communication, lots of trust, lots of love, lots of fun, lots of bonding, lots of quality time, lots of family time, lots of together time, romance, all those good things. And I feel that the number one failure, as far as I see, in my opinion, is communication. If you don't have that communication with your other, and you don't share your thoughts and your feelings about things and your problems and issues about things and try to talk them out, there's no communication. That means there's no relationship. That means that there is no anything. It's just there. It's just that the relationship is just there, and there's nothing there. There's nothing to base it on or anything like that. When you're having issues and you're having problems, you should talk about it. You try to solve it. You try to meet in the middle. And if you don't have any of that, what's the point? What's the point of trying to have a relationship if you can't work on a relationship? It's a difference. Just because you're married doesn't mean you become separated. Marriage, you're supposed to come closer and closer together. You're supposed to become one. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be? But when you don't have that communication And I used to think, oh, trust and honesty and all that is the number one priority. I believe, because of what I am experiencing, that communication is the big key to having and saving your marriage. Whether it's in the beginning and you see problems and you start communicating in the middle to try to work out that problems, that is great. You have a good future ahead of you. If you're having problems and towards the end you decide you want to start communicating, that you have a chance. You have a chance to make it work and work on it, because you've seen what has gone on in all the past. But if you don't have a communication in the beginning or in the middle or even at the end, what's the point? What's the point of staying in a relationship that is going nowhere? It has to be going nowhere because there's no communication to take it anywhere. The decision I make has to do with me. It has to do with my children. It has to do with everything, totally everything that would change our lives for the best. In the beginning, when I made that video, I was a little hesitant because, I've watched videos where people just express their personal lives, like, so openly, and I always admired that, but I was like, oh, I could never do that. Like Keisha, Hair Trends For You. Love this girl. She and her husband brought their problems on to everyone, to all of us to see how they worked it out and everything like that. And I love her for that. I truly love her for that. And I think a person that can express themselves so openly and their problems so that it can hopefully help someone else, I think that is so commendable. So that's why I made the first video. It wasn't to hate my husband, to throw hate or anything. If you saw my video, I didn't even say, I'm not even talking bad about him. I don't plan on talking bad about him. My issue is talking about what I'm going through. I don't think the way he's reacting to this is fair. I don't know why he's reacting to this. I get explanations that that's just men, but am I supposed to accept something like this just because men do it or men supposed to do it? I mean, I know male friends and family members that I know that never cheated on, and they're men. So I don't think it has to do with men. I think it has to do with, I don't know what it has to do with. All I know is that we didn't have the communication in the marriage to even try to make it work, because there's been problems throughout the marriage that was never solved. Tried to bring it forth so we could talk about it, but if you have a one-sided marriage, you're lost. There's nothing that can be solved. If you have a marriage where you express to your mate that we have problems and you're not focusing on just blaming one person, that should get the conversation started, make the people want to come together and work everything out. But if you have one side that says you are the problem, that brings a little bit of defense on that person, because you're pointing the finger at me when I'm trying to say that it's we. But apparently, because I guess you don't want to see your part of the problem, that you put the blame on me. And that's what part of my marriage has been like. Everything was pointed on me, that I was the problem. I need to straighten up the problem. I suggested counseling, talking it out, or doing something so we can have that communication so we can work on it. But they were too, or I should say he was too finger pointing at me and not looking at himself, because it does take two to cause issues. That maybe one mate may not see the side of the other mate, and when they don't know what's going on inside their heads and their feelings and their emotions, it's always going to be a separation. And that's been one of the main problems in my marriage. In the first year that I got married, things were fine, but then things just started changing, and acting differently, and then thinking that, oh, you know, I'm the man of the house and you're the woman of the house. You take care of what's at home. I take care of the finances and this and that. And because I'm giving you money and blah, 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 you're supposed to do what I say and accept what I do. And that's it. And that's not what marriage is about. And I hope that my videos, my present videos and my future videos can help someone to either, you know, see that they're not in such a bad situation as I am, and it can work on their marriage. You know, I think about how people, you know, when they have bad situations and bad issues going on in their life and it didn't work out, like if someone's married or whatever, and they'd be like, oh, you don't want to get married, girl. That is not the place. No, 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 no. I'm not going to be that kind of person. Just because I have a failure in my marriage doesn't mean that it's going to be the same in the other person's. But I can tell you, and I'm like 110% sure, that if you don't have the communication in your marriage, it's going to fall apart, it's going to get worse, and it's not going to get better because neither one of you are expressing on how to work out your marriage. So I'm just hoping, you know, I get through to somebody to see that, you know, you can work it out, or maybe it's not the situation you should be in and everything like that. So I think I'm going to do 2 separate vlogs about that. So what do you guys think? Not 2 separate vlogs about the issue. I want to do a vlog only about my personal experience of what I'm going through as I'm going through this issue with my husband, and what my final decision will be. And beyond that, of what happens once maybe if I leave my husband or go into further separation or whatever you want to call it, and then do a separate vlog of, you know, just talking about anything, like what I watched for TV, what I ate for dinner, what's my favorite this and what's my favorite that. But I just want to get you guys ideas what you think about that. And that's about it. So it's good to be back once more. And I'm going to try to post, I'm going to try to post separately. But I do have to talk about other stuff in my separate vlog, because I got a lot of things that's been going on. It's like when it rains, it pours. So besides this issue I'm going through so many. But I'm going to post a separate video for that, so you guys can see what's going on as far as that. Okay?